good evening. Welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell, and tonight I'm going to do part 1 of Echo Night Beyond, finally having moved along from, there we are. Finally having moved along from, what was that game that I played for 2.5 months? Resident Evil 4 Remake. A lot of fun, and a very fun rocket launcher based hiccup there with the way they did the binoculars at the end. But now it's time to rewind back to the times of the original Resident Evil 4. This is Echo Night is a favorite series of mine. The first game was released stateside, has on PlayStation 1, and has an official release, which is currently quite expensive if you find it. And you don't need to hear that. Cool. Currently pretty expensive if you can find it. I think I last saw it on sale at Pink Gorilla. I think maybe disc alone is $230. And they're usually pretty good about pricing lower than resale, average resale. But yeah, Echo Night 2 is available on. It is available at a pretty good price, pretty good resale price on Japanese PS1, but there is no English release, so you'd have to get a patched ROM or patched ISO to play it in English, which is worth your time. It's a great game. Evening, Space Amulets. Good to see you. Yeah, we're back on PS2. I fell asleep for about like an hour and a half, and it's put some cobwebs in my brain. But yeah, both Echo Nights games are very, 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 very worth your while. And I was kicking around in there in Pink Gorilla and happened to see Echo Night Beyond for $100, and I don't usually spend that much money on a retro resale, but that is a pretty good price for something that is actually kind of difficult to find. I can't justify to myself spending that much money, often just sort of like sitting down and intentionally spending that much money on a game that I don't when I've got so many things in my backlog. But when you come across something, a physical copy in a store that you can take home and play now, like that's a different beast. That's a different kind of decision that you're like, okay, all right, I'll act out of the ordinary and do this. So yeah, it was. I found it and got it and have it here. It is disc only. Oh. There we are. And actually, as a matter of fact, so because I do so like the Echo Night series, and because I have at various times made stabs at becoming reading proficient at Japanese, I do have this. Let's see. See if it's accessible. Yeah. Evening, Dan. It's good to see you. Yeah. So now this is the sort of thing, like I said, like there's a certain. It's really interesting, the combinations of opportunity, novelty, and dollar threshold that converges to lead me to spend $100 on a game. So this was about 25. This is Echo Night Nebula. This is the Japanese release of this game. And again, like a lot of these games, the resale on them on the Japanese versions are affordable, frankly. Like God Hand, for example, the Japanese PS2 copy of God Hand is you can get that for what I consider a reasonable resale price. U.S. God Hand, much less so. Evening, Mahafoon. It's great to see you. Actually, and this might interest you in particular. Yeah, so this has, as I find to be the case with every single used copy of a retro Japanese game I own, immaculate condition. Very lovingly taken care of. And, the instruction manual is in good shape. It still has these little things in it. Right here. Still has the From Software software registration card, and it's very well preserved. I do not have equivalent packaging for the English version because, like I said, if I had gotten that with case and instruction manual, I think that would have priced me out. But I did have the luck and got it. So Echo Night Nebula, yes, I have. I've found that as well. It's very cool. It's takes you back in time. Little time capsule there. But yeah, so we can play this. We could play the other one on the Japanese PS2, but this will make for a little more seamless experience in this environment. Oh yes, and I have to take out the thrilling Killing Zone. Actually, here, before we throw in the real game for the stream, I'm going to show you this Killing Zone. I don't know if any of you watched Matt McMuscle's his What Happened to Blank series. Killing Zone got an entry. This is this game screams fighting game released during alpha for being incomplete. Now I'll show it to you. It kind of feels like a developer build as it loads up. We'll take a look at it. And this fella I got at the Steel price, $10. Evening Arc, it's great to see you. Oh yeah, let me unmute this here now. So this is what you see when it starts. Welcome to Killing Zone. And if you'll see probably right away what I mean by it sort of feeling immediately like a build you send out to your partners to show what you've been up to. Acclaim. Did Acclaim release Mortal Kombat? I don't think so. Naxxit Soft. And here's Killing Zone. I don't know who that is with that sort of pike sickle thing, because I don't recognize it from any of these figures. Minotaur, Gorgon. Giant. So, and yes, that skip that you see is not the stream. That is in fact how it goes. So this is kind of a this is kind of like a Tekken / Virtua Fighter style fighter with out of bounds. You can kind of see some of the moves. It looks very similarly animated. Like it's sort of Darkstalkers themed, but let me see if I can. The thing is, like, I can't figure out how to do any of these moves. None of the moves, like maybe it's some sort of Virtua Fighter abstract combination of 6 button taps, you know, that you would never intuit based off of like the typical Capcom quarter circle forward family of inputs. But okay, hold on. Oh, I know what's up. Yep. There we go. How is this? Yeah, sorry about that. Tell me how this compares. Yeah, I had to adjust the audio for Resident Evil 4 because of sort of how that game's audio is working through the TV. Anyway, so yes, very Virtua Fighter inspired, sort of Darkstalkers themed. There you see the character who was named Giant on the character screen is now named Vilken. It's unclear who or what these characters are. what they stand for, what they believe, why they are here, but they are here nonetheless. And I can't figure out how to play this game. It's like none of the Capcom family of quarter circle forward inputs seem to work. Oh yes, I am the skeleton. So yeah, see? So there's your... So yeah. So you see I've got block, I've got low punch, high punch, low kick, high kick, and I've got, you know, Z-axis move around kind of dance. We've got endless scoot. Oh yeah, ring out on the skeleton apparently is a just all the bones go everywhere. Anyway, to the extent that I have a main on this thing, it's this Frankenstein guy, Vilken, because I discovered a way to sort of cheese a few victories out of him. Yeah, see, I've tried that, and I can't get anything out of it. So this here is it Gush is a werewolf. There's Cal, the Bone Man. There's Batch, the Minotaur. Sherry, the fairy. Rem, the mummy. Werner, the Medusa. And oh wait, the names are randomly generated every time you fire it up. So his name is not Valken. It's the giant, and this time his name is Drake. Let's see. Seem to remember. I did figure out how to throw at some point. Let's see if I can do it, because the audio for throw is great. Let's see. Is that it? Is it 2 punches? 2 kicks, punch and kick. I don't know what that is. Let's try it out. Okay. So that's an up. Alright, I swiped my way to victory. Yeah, it's super janky. That's what I said. That's what I mean. It's like this is a oh, maybe it's an anti-aerial. It feels like an alpha of a game that was definitely not finished. I swear I figured out how to throw. Maybe it's forward and an attack. Wow, look at the range of that hit. She was like 3 feet away from my feet. Yes, this is a sequel to Battle Monsters 2, the Saturn fighter, which is a quality fighter, I believe. No, there's nothing. Nothing. I can't find anything. I should have written down how I did anything, because I've... That's it. Listen to that excellent. Who's saying that? I don't know if it's my guy who's saying it or what, but excellent. Alright, I'm just gonna keep kicking forward until I win. Alright, I promise this is not the stream. So yeah. So something interesting. We're not gonna play that too deeply, but something I found out. Just exploring around on this. If I let's see. How do I do this now? Here, I'm gonna load that. Final Fantasy 12 save file with 132 hours on it. Look at that, buddy. Hey, my Lament of Innocence save. Last paid 121 2007. Holy cow, that's a time back. Escape from Monkey Island. A lot of Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 2 on here. Not a big surprise. Let's see. I'm sure I've looked through this stuff on stream before, but it just delights me every time. If Swimmy is around, this is my Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter save. Devil May Cry save data. Shinobi! This was the very first game I owned on a PlayStation 2. I got this back in 2003. And I've been playing Curse of Darkness here. Well, if I can figure out how to, so something that I've been wanting to do, I've been wanting to learn how to speedrun a game, and I've been trying to decide which one, and I want to do something where there's very little competition. And the worst game that I get, I think the higher my likelihood is. Killing Zone's got probably nothing. Doesn't even have an FAQ. No one knows how to play it. Another one is Tecmo's Deception. That is the title of it. It is by Tecmo, and it is a haunted house trap game where you... a haunted house trap game where you lure heroes into a castle and you kill them with your wizard powers. Yeah, Shinobi's scarf is legendary in my view. Here we go. Yeah, so like the music on this isn't bad, right? It feels decent fare for the time. Like kind of appropriately, it sounds like No, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds better than that. I was thinking that it sounds like music that you hear on a video game, on a TV show that just needs a video game, and they like threw together some sort of CGI sequence. But this is actually, it's not a bad soundtrack. No, they've speedrun Killing Zone, sons of... Well, maybe Deception is it. I assume there's probably no intro to any of these songs because it's fighting game music, so the first like 10 seconds are probably representative. If this isn't the Skeletons music, I'm gonna be disappointed. Oh no, Mahafun, that does not work. That does not work. I've tried it. If somebody can get it to work, it's not me. I wonder if there's a scan of the art book online. I wonder if this is like the Game Over countdown music? No, it can't be. The try again countdown isn't this long.
Control this world. The human power.
The human power.
The human power.
I'm guessing that's the giant.
All the lives should be dead.
Can't understand what he's saying. That sounds like it probably is Japanese.
Sage in dark.
No, that was pretty clear. Maybe this is a boss.
No one can beat me.
What interests me about this is the echo effect, or the reverb, that seems to be on there.
You are reckless.
Like everybody's talking, you are reckless. Like everybody's talking from the end of a very large empty hallway.
Goodbye, silly man.
Goodbye, silly man?
Goodbye, silly man.
Go to hell. So what's interesting is, like, as we saw, like in the game itself, nobody said anything before or after the match, so I have no idea when these voice clips actually show up. These could actually be on there and just not attached. Also, it's weird that they're available as CD tracks. What is Red Book audio? I'm not familiar with that term. Or at least it doesn't ring a bell. Ah! Oh wait, that's all that is. Probably the data track. Ah! I want to hear "Go to Hell" again. Yeah, that's got a very Joseph Joestar, oh my god, feeling to it. Oh, all right, well that's cool. So you're not gonna no intro on luchador movies this time through, but we get to see a weird gem from the past. Well, gem to me. I love games and game development, and any game that shows the sign of having been still developed in development when it was released is dear to my heart. Oh, I see. There we go. I'm really curious to, like, this would be worth doing, I think, would be go into these MGS3 Substance save datas. Yeah, that's 2007. And load them up and see what I was up to in Metal Gear. Oh, wow. Metal Gear's game config. Oh my god, that breaks my heart. I was so sad when it went offline. Episode 3? I played episode 3? Apparently even up to Gen level 22. Oh, that's right. I remember this one had weird combat pacing. Weird combat pacing. Anyway. PlayStation 2 disc. I remember playing Xenosaga episodes 1 and 2 to completion. 2 had a fun final boss fight. It's elemental, juggling elemental weaknesses was no joke in that game. Good old Age Tech. When I see that logo, it warms my heart because so many of FromSoft's games, I think maybe all of them in this era, were published through them. Oh, we got Creepy Moonlight Sonata opening. It's like a Spock coffin. A second, I seem to have lost. There we go. Oh, did it lose? Did the stream drop? Okay, cool. I saw, got a little notice. I don't usually pay attention to viewer counts during the stream, but I did happen to look over and notice it dropped from 14 to 7, which is either Twitch catching up very slowly or a sign that the stream went down and I lost some folks passing through. I mean, that Killing Zone crowd is, you know, they're fickle, demanding, but so rewarding. Oh, everybody who comes here as an astronaut stays as a ghost. And they're all looking up at something. Which is Earth. Oh, it's creepy because the ghosts are looking at Earth, maybe with longing, maybe with plans. Alright, let's new game it up. Yeah, I played around with auto mode for a little bit.
My fiance, Claudia, and I were on a space trip. Suddenly, there was an intense shock and roaring sound. A massive shock as the shuttle crashed onto the moon. That's all I remember. I'm slowly starting to come to.
I call it moonnesia.
But I can't sense that Claudia's here anywhere.
Come to the facility. I admire how conservatively written that is. Somebody who didn't want to take up a whole lot of space on the back of the seat in case somebody else wanted to write. So was he riding in his spacesuit? I totally see that. Duracine is a favorite. Oh, wow. This is interesting. The controls are interesting. Duracine is a favorite, and I actually thought it was an Echo Knight reboot when I played it, before I found out that it has nothing to do with that world. So, the Echo Knight games have a control scheme, a first-person control scheme that's a little different from how first-person controls typically panned out, where, you know, here you have your move left to right, forward and back, look left to right, move forward and back. Looking up and down, you know, might be relegated to this instead of here, but it's not. This does nothing. If you want to look up and down, you press the R2, L2 shoulder buttons, and that looks up and down. When I played Echo Knight 2, I remapped all of this onto the right analog stick, and it made that experience much smoother. And yes, and L1 and R1 are strafe. Oh, that's my light. Promise ring, Claudia, medkit, promise ring. I wonder if that's a strange localization or if that is like actually the nuance of a promise ring rather than like an engagement ring. Get kind of Police Knots vibe from that. Claudia Sulfur. While taking a trip into space, the shuttle, she and her fiancé... Okay, so it's an engagement ring. Were traveling aboard, crash landed on the moon. She disappeared at some point during the time that her fiancé was unconscious. Where could she have gone? Passenger cabin. Left side of the cabin suffered extensive damage during the crash. Oddly, there are no passengers to be seen anywhere. Hastily scroll messages visible. What are our system options here? So screen setting, move effect. Oh, that's probably the bob. Screen ratio. Oh? What does that do? Let me see here. Gonna check and see. Let me try the other street, the other. Okay, well, if I set it to 16.9, that should that should enable us to use this format, which would be cool. Let's see, how do the notes read? So that seems fine. But do we want to? That's the question. Oh, let's go back. Just want to see if the text reads any differently, like this. No, it reads exactly the same, and I'm super unclear. Maybe it's a HUD thing? I don't know. At any rate, we're gonna stick with that. Holy cow, a 30-year. I mean, that Berserk has went on forever. I've read none of it, and not because I'm avoiding it. It's just actually, maybe I am. It's a massive undertaking at this point. All right, so there's my map. Claudia. The initials RO are engraved on the inside? Is that me? Am I RO? My med kit is a sedative. Which I guess makes sense since I can be scared to death in this, I believe. Ah! They absolutely wanted to scare me with that. Oh, this is interesting. So you don't get flavor text by clicking on anything. You just walk up to it. Alright, that's what. What's that? This is fairly effective for me. I find space very frightening. Do I hear static? I do. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Swimmy, I noticed that, like, Star Trek and the like, those have been very warm exceptions tonally to what seems to be the mainstay of fiction set in space, which is usually has two beats to it, one, set up a sense of hope and optimism, two, complicate it with a mechanical failure that's going to take it all away. It's like your horror game setup. My heart rate is going up. Ah! Alright, so this is the fairly standard Echo Knight progression of Ghost needs something, find thing for Ghost. Oh, that's interesting. So my heart rate spiked because my character was scared, but if I come back through here, my guy's no longer scared because he's not afraid of this thing. That's interesting. Okay, I need this guy's flask. Where do I find this guy's flask? Yeah, I think it's interesting that they that like that's the you know, your heart is heart rate is the equivalent of your health meter in this, I think. And it's interesting that they use that mechanic narratively. I have not seen that website, Swimming. The local observatory here did a... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's my light. Reminds me of Seaman's aquarium light for some reason. The observatory here had a display... Oh, here we go. A while back that had little marbles set up at the distance, and the distance between them was proportionate in feet to the distance in space, and it is super empty. Did you drop your flask over here? Is it like really nearby? Am I overlooking something? I remember being super stuck on this when I first played this a while back before I decided to save it for stream. Okay. Let's check these tables. Seems like the kind of tutorial level thing you would just sort of make really obvious up front. It's interesting, like the flavor text, it's interesting to make the flavor text just pop up on approach, but there's a little bit of a delay between the time you approach it and the time the flavor text shows up, so you kind of move on by the time it's actually readable. Oh, Swimmy, you missed some good skeletoning. Looked at Killzone, the alpha build of a fighting game that was released on PlayStation 1, and it had a prominent skeleton. it say? Debris is blocking the way. The hatch cannot be reached. Okay. Like, the absurdity of this situation is just gotta be testing the sanity alone. Not only have you crashed onto the moon and found your fiancée gone with, distressingly, the engagement ring left behind, but your first act is to try to find a liquor flask for a ghost. Where the hell is it? Is it on a seat, maybe? Yeah, there we go. I can see that. It's interesting that the PlayStation 1 aesthetic is able to carry the early, I don't know, I wouldn't call it claymation, but you know, that sort of stop motion animation vibe. All right, so I wonder if if this is like a skeleton drinking wine in The Last Unicorn deal, where he's not actually tasting it, but the wine is flowing through his, his marker on this earth. And, yeah. A great line by that skeleton, which is where Schmendrick tells him, like, you're a skeleton, you can't taste wine. And he's like, his eyes burn, and he says, but I remember. And Last Unicorn is amazing. It's probably my favorite fantasy story. Okay. He did. He is doesn't throw away his empties. He's taking it to the big recycling bin in the sky. What my notes say. Lifelike android designed to carry out the duties of the stewardess on board the space shuttle unit was damaged during the crash. Continuously repeats fragments of his programmed announcements. Dudley Tungsten. What a great name. That's it's got some good bouncy sounds to it. Dudley Tungsten. Ghost 2 was sitting on the floor in the parlor. He seemed to regain some of his composure after taking a deep draught from the flask. His last words before vanishing were a warning about the fog. This is a generous amount of flavor text. Each room getting its own entry is unusual. VIP passenger. Oh, right. What I wanted was my map. Let's see here. Okay, looks like I got 2 exits here. Oh, I wonder if these lamps are my same light switch mechanic. from the other games. So this is a safe place to be. Alright, gotta turn on the power for those. Alright, so I gotta come back here once I have restored power. Anyway, yes, space-based dramas seem to be entirely about the horror of technical malfunction in an environment where you depend entirely upon technology. Oh, I'm in an elevator. I mean, yeah, there's a human element to it because you have characters, but roll my eyes, whatever. Alright, a hatch lock has been opened. Oh! Okay, I opened that. I wonder if there's power anywhere here. See, there were a couple of other doors over here before I go down there. Let's take a look. Swimmy, did you play this game during your Halloween one game a night streamathon? I don't remember if that was one of your selections. Aha! Could this be power? Oh, that's where I gotta put a battery. Can I open up any of these? I cannot. Is this a battery? This is not a battery. Okay, quick turn. Battery crate. What is a crate? I wonder. Is this a door I can open? I got flavor text on it, so I want to... Shuttles back up. Okay. Looks like nothing in here. That flask was pretty well hidden, so I'm sort of aware that things might be pixel hunty. Yes, you can turn off your light. It's not a limited resource, but I imagine it probably has a stealth / detection. It's probably part of a stealth detection system. Oh, nifty. Should have... Yeah, this is my old game that I played. This PlayStation's internal clock is odd. It just resets to 2000 every time you fire it up, so that's what that is. But this... Save slot number 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move this to the bottom. This will be the stream save file. Yeah, I think it's neat. I am a big fan of this series and was very pleased to see that it had been brought over to PlayStation 2. I didn't think that it was continued past PS1. Oh, excuse me. Well, this sure looks like some fog that I've been warned about. No, this is the third game. Each game is kind of a reboot of the concept. Uh-oh. That's probably bad. Looks like the closer I get to a ghost, the more my guy freaks out. Does the ghost come through the door? But yeah, it's like the character in the first two games was named Richard, but it's not, and had the same last name. And it's like the scenario is fresh each time through, with the same character names and stuff. Yeah, the EKG is pleasant, and it doesn't seem to be obtrusive. Interesting that in the opening CG movie, Nikolai, Mr. Ivanov. Huh. Wonder why he changed his to something more formal. I don't remember RE7s. All right. Yeah, the oh maybe kind of suggests that maybe he saw, like, my read on that is that he was familiar with you by calling himself Nikolai, then saw that you were alive and sort of created then used a more formal introduction. I do like that I don't have a run stamina meter. My heart rate goes up a little bit, but that almost seems negligible, like a very small difference. But yeah, it's interesting. In the opening CGI, we see the dead astronaut and then the humanoid ghost form emerge, and this guy died with his suit as part of his ghost. I like the blur effect on the ghost. So like, yeah, this is what Echo Knight does. Is it puts a ghost in your way, and then you have to do something to get it to leave. You have to satisfy the spirit. And I'm not sure what this guy wants. Well, buddy, let me tell you where I just came from. Not much better. Okay. Searchlight battery cell? Oh, do I have limited battery? Did I don't think I deliberately used that. Let's see. Oh, I meant just to read the description. Yes, I like that as well. Nope. Back. What if my notes give me hints on how to, ghost encountered on the elevated walkway in the water filtration plant, which I now know that that's what it is. His cries are filled with panic and desperation. Ghost standing in front of a door in filtration hallway acknowledges he's dead, but doesn't know why his spirit remains here. Lunar facility where the shuttle impacted. Dense fog. Alright, so the battery, I thought that the searchlight battery pack that I picked up would maybe help with that puzzle, but I think maybe the light is a limited resource. I don't see like a bar or anything for it. So maybe I should just keep it low. Can I run back through here? Yes. Seems I can. Not sure. Do I need to use this thing with that control panel that I saw? Ah! Okay. So I was expecting the ghost to emerge from the fog and give me time to respond, but no, it just pops right there in front of your face. Cool. Alright. So that doesn't seem like an option. Can I do anything with this? Clearly not. It's broken. Well, if that fell down, maybe I can do something with this other one. Looking for something in the environment to tell me what to do. So I can't go back to that other room right now because that ghost is clearly gonna scare kill me. Oh, really? Okay, well, then I will leave that off. Thank you for confirming that. Oh, that's a camera. Is this something I can do something with? Ventilation control device, a card reader. Oh, I see. Can I use that here? No. So there's my ghost buddy hanging out there. I'm not sure what to do. Do I need to use this communicator somewhere? Wireless communication device doesn't appear to be working. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Right here. Right here. With the instruction manual right here. Which, let's see. It is fairly detailed. A lot of attention given to the different layers of UI. Although interesting. Let's see here. Let's go back. Notes. So it has a character section in the back here. And there's Claudia Selfer, S-E-L-F-A-R, and looks like Nikolai's name in the Japanese manual is Chrysoberyl Ivanov, which I believe is a sort of a gem. And there's an adult man and a little girl with the last name Aaron, A-R-O-N. I assume that means that it's a guy and his kid, guy and his daughter. But yeah, that doesn't tell me what I need to do next. So where did I just put? There it is. anything, say... Alright, what does Nikolai want? One more time. Oh, you're in that shuttle, you're with someone. Maybe I gotta show him the ring. No. Maybe this? Maybe the picture. There we go. Oh, okay. Of course. Pretty sure a little girl is the first thing that kills you in the first two games, too. This is a lot. So there's a monitor way of checking things. I can use a monitor to maybe look ahead. I need to make a thoughtful choice whether or not I make a thoughtful choice whether or not I approach anything that I see in the monitor. And there's a little girl, and the fog is what makes them violent. So I guess if I'm not in an area with fog, that means that I am safe from getting attacked. Gonna fall down, or... Guess not. No! Thwarted by a couch. Sort of jump scare static discharge. Okay. Save point. Oh, I love a good video game OS. Water filtration plant hallway, rest area. Oh, okay, so here is the camera system. Oh, how about that? There's my couch. This is giving me Republic vibes. I feel like there are layers here of probably they would assume that the person playing this would be playing it on a CRT TV, and you're looking through a digital camera and getting CRT scan lines. I mean, it's interesting to me that they view the internal CCTV system here as analog. Alright. Ooh, I can take a look here. How's my ghost friend doing? Wait for me? Don't leave something something. Oh, cool! I get observation notes. Oh, and the zoom and position stays up in the thumbnail. So I think this is where I came in. Okay, it looks like some safety tape. Yeah, danger safety tape. So that guy's not bad, he's just confused. And as ghosts do, they don't introduce themselves as effectively as they might. Wonder if Nikolai knows that I'm looking at him with ghost powers. I assume that any ghost that you see through a camera knows that you're looking at its image. Ghosts seem particularly possessive over images and the like. Alright, so this camera's got full 360 rotation. Ah. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how they're doing this with the cameras. I mean, I imagine these are probably lower polygon versions of these rooms. Alright, looks like we got some fog in here. Is there Anybody underneath the camera? Anybody underneath here? Nope. I do hear something clicking. Is there a hallway down this way? No. Okay. So, looks like the rest area is what I'm interested in. And that's where I am. Wonder if I can use the communications device here. Nope. Okay. Where's my camera? There we go. That's my camera. Ah! Stupid space station. Looks like an older model. Got a fire extinguisher connoisseur over here. Interesting blur effect. Like they seem to be playing a lot with bloom and shadow intensity. Oh, searchlight battery cell. Am I wasting those items by picking them up? I don't know. But yeah, to indicate health, they seem to be using that quite a bit. Lower area is closed now. Please don't use escalator until electric power is up. Alright, can I turn on the electric power? Alright, so I'm guessing I just came from the work area. Spaceport energy area. That's what I need. Sushi. You talk about a delicacy in space.
It's been a while. What's the matter with you? You look strange. Do I look funny? I've been alone since you left.
What? Doesn't seem like a ghost.
Why don't you come to my room later? It's next to the center hall. We have a lot to catch up on.
Huh. Okay, so I should use the searchlight sparingly and not as my default. So apparently there's an artist who knows me and recognizes me in my suit. I heard something beeping. See fog. Okay, so the energy area is, I'm sure, where I want to go. But I'm guessing this means I have a chance of getting attacked? Or jump scared? It's hard to tell, like, what is, like, obscuring, like, I don't think that that's, like, the fog that's gonna kill me. Because it seems to be a little different than the fog that's in the big water filtration area. Well, here's someone talking. Heart rate's going up. I'm getting out of there. Battery room. So, I'm not sure that's something that's trying to kill me. Maybe it's just my cinematic recognition startle scare. What was that? Who is talking? Oh. Carol. I can see that. No, I didn't want to talk to you again. There we go. Cool. So my heart... That's interesting. Well hidden, yes. Seems like the heartbeat was intended to alert me to his presence. So my character feels their presence, and that's neat. So I have a logbook. Alright, so that's probably a key item. Okay. Pardon me.
System reset. Please enter the date.
Okay. What is it? The 20th? I'm going to say the 20th.
Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels.
What?
Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels. Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels. Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels.
Well, looks like there's something to the date that...
Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels.
Maybe so.
Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels.
Okay. So, yeah, they, I guess, are positioning themselves to point at the sun, obviously, and the date tells them what
System reset. Please enter the date.
the date tells them what angle to expect the sun at. Oh, that was the sound of the chair in the other room. There's my... Okay, and I'm guessing there is a surveillance room for every little cluster of explorable rooms here. Large transformer. All right. What? All right. Cool. Yeah, it's got space age design, so it moves smoothly, but they added the aesthetics of a flaw to make you feel good about it, kind of like the way that they still use touch tones on cell phones when you're dialing. Alright, so I came out of the energy hallway into the power transfer room. That's where the Carol guy is talking. Solar panel control room. Okay. That's great. You know there's going to be a scare moment with the camera right outside the one of these monitor rooms. Yeah, being in Seattle and being in a place with a lot of tech folks who are very, you know, use technology as we can for ecological purposes. There are a lot of Teslas around here, and so at this point, I'm very familiar with the little sort of like whirring sound that they've got trademarked. I assume trademarked. Whoa. It's Peter Stillman. I can walk. I can even run if I wanted to. So he's on a patrol cycle. And I'm guessing maybe I use this information to plan a route. What's this up here? That might be my battery repository where I need to grab something. Yeah, Peter Stillman was just Peter Stillman. Yeah, this is an irony at the heart of Metal Gear that it is about a world encompassing conspiracy that manages to be about like Big Boss and his 5 best friends. Okay. So, what is... And battery room is where I'm headed, clearly. Let's see what the map looks like on that. So I'm going to enter, and camera 1 is going to be to my left. And this guy is patrolling that catwalk in the ground below. So maybe... Pardon me. So yeah, so I'm going to enter in over here. It says be careful about approaching ghosts that you see on the camera. So I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to save my game first and run up to this guy. this is something in horror games that I find this actually helps me a lot, which is if I see something dangerous and I feel if it feels a little too tense to proceed, excuse me, I will throw myself into the danger and let it kill me so I can see what that looks like, and that actually makes it easier for me to kind of manage the atmosphere. Locked.
Please insert card key.
I went through all that observation to find out that it's locked. Well, I'm sure it'll be useful later. And did I go in here? Yeah. So does the logbook have anything there that gives me like a date or something? Operation monthly report. All right. Interesting. Yeah. For me, I'm able to get into the imaginative space of a horror scenario pretty easily. So I'm able to, in my imagination, create the stakes that one might feel, you know, as a material risk when there's like level loss or something like that on the table. I guess I'm going to save that battery for later and just kind of remember that it's there. I don't want to use up everything that I find. Yeah, exactly. With the same absurdity. Same absurdity that in action games you just find ammo littered everywhere. About as funny that there are just these battery packs hanging around. All right, Ark, it is great to see you as always, my friend, and I hope you have a good day. I will talk to you soon. Is this a hallway for me? No. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one through to the end, I think. It's the sort of thing where it's like, again, like I spent more than I normally would on a retro resale, so kind of like when I bought Twin Snakes a couple of years ago. I thought, all right, you know what, I'm gonna stream this, make this a community win, in addition to something that I got for myself. Alright, so probably that logbook is a key to, excuse me, removing a barrier in one of these other quadrants. So I'm going to carry this and see who we can appease. I thought that... Oh, wait a minute. Is that on the lower level? Maybe it is. Oh, weird. Ah! Dudley Tungsten. Oh, that's the guy whose flask I returned.
Ah, you're here. Please, make yourself at home.
This is weird. This is cool. Oh, he painted a picture of Dudley on the glass.
You see that thing on the desk? You can take it with you. Hope you'll find it useful.
This is some VO work of an era. Oh, I wonder, does he paint pictures of the spirits as I free them? Oh, neat. The lamp has a shadow that shows up on the wall independent of the illusion. Interesting. Well, buddy, what can you tell me? Is this...
A shuttle crashed some time ago. A lot of people were aboard. But now, everybody's dead. And that black shadow... I can manage myself being alone. I'm an android.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad that you're back. Since you left, I've been painting pictures here. Pretty pictures, all alone. I don't know why I paint pictures. Before I knew it, I was painting pictures.
The fact that he's an android actually makes some of the stiltedness of this work in a strange way.
You have something that you're looking for, right? Maybe I can help you out. Come back here from time to time. I'll be here, waiting.
In our special place. No, a little less merry, Silent Hill.
You have something that you're
A little
looking
more
for,
whatever this
right?
is.
Maybe I can help you out. Come back here from time to time. I'll be here.
Trying to think if this guy falls into like any From Software NPC trope. Oh. So I'm gonna guess that when I free a spirit, I return there, I will find that spirit's picture painted on the wall, and in addition to that, there will be an object on the table. Excuse me. Yeah, I wonder too. I've done line reads on things for Temp VO before, and it gives you a sober appreciation for acting ability, or lack thereof, and it also makes you appreciate people who do it professionally more so. Guide map. Okay. So
This area is currently off limits and access cannot be granted until power has been restored.
now the cliche that I'm familiar with is find a DJ. Find an English-speaking DJ and use them. Okay. So clearly restoring power, that's my next big thing. Maybe I give this logbook to okay. So there's the French guy calling out for Carol, and I can help him out by turning on the power. I have a monthly report, and I don't know why. See if my notes have anything. Yeah, I was right. Ghost sitting slouched against the windows in the ghost power transfer. It's been separated from his daughter due to the facility's power shortage. Okay. Ghost seen roaming around the battery room. He's examining the large machine that dominates the center of the room and keeps calling it the name Victor. So I got to get in there. It seemed partying hard, yes. Maybe there's something in the observatory where I can see the date somewhere. Through the monitor room. So, okay. Order of events that I think is going to have to happen. Going to have to solve the puzzle of the solar panels, which means I'm going to have to find the date, which I think I'm probably going to have to observe through one of the cameras. Once that happens, then I'll be able to access the energy room, maybe get a battery or something, but deal with whoever that ghost in there is, and then turn on the big power. And that'll help Marcel. Or the solar panels supply the main power to this facility. I go into the energy room and grab a battery, which I can then take back to the crashed shuttle site and use for that room that has no power. All right. So let's go back to this room. Partner. Oh! These are the solar panels. Now I see. The handwriting on them is difficult to make out. Maybe if I look at the documents through the camera, I'll be able to see something. It is a cool view. Okay. Okay. Doesn't seem like that. Gives me a date. Alright, well, that hypothesis proved wrong. Yeah. Is there a date written around here? No. Lock. Caution. Lack caution. Alright, well maybe I am wrong about that. I wish there were some way I could use the monthly report to... I could read the date off it or something. Alright, that's right, I need a card. Well, they know how to do atmosphere, don't they? Anything over here I can use. Alright, well, let's take this back over to... Ivanov. See if the logbook means anything to him. Needs a card. Wonder if I can help that guy, stuck in the fog with this logbook? All right. This is probably a bad idea. If this doesn't work, I might look up a solution so we can get things moving along. But I'm going to try and give this logbook to the spirit who's probably going to kill me. And he should be here. Ah! Alright, nope. Oh no, Richard went belly up. Scared to death. Looks like 300 is Richard's heart max there. Okay, so maybe it's the other monitor room then. Thank you. That's a great hint. Yeah. Really? Man, it is... I mean, I know that they've already released the HD remakes of MGS 2 and 3 on like 360 with the HD collection. It's still very strange to me to think of Metal Gear Solid as being sort of untethered from Sony, because they've been like part of that hardware family for as long as they've existed. Metal Gear Solid ones, anyway. I'm very excited about that package coming out. I saw that they've got the digital graphical novels in there, which I thought would never see the light of day again outside of the PSP and that DVD that I think the second digital graphic novels were in. No, they did, and that's also very weird to me because MGS1 is just so closely attached to like the physical hardware of the PS1 that most attempts to sort of replicate that feel off, I find. Okay. I'm curious to know how MGS1, how they're going to handle that on the PC. In particular, the Psycho Mantis hardware prompt bits. I don't remember how it works on the existing PC port. Maybe here. Standby mode. Rusty piece of machinery. No, that's it. What is DDLC? Is it over here where I can't otherwise see anything? These doors have got a very MGS1 aesthetic to me. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Doki Doki Literature Club, isn't that thing that Tim Rogers did something on that everybody tells me I need to watch? Oh no, that's Toki Meki Memorial. Which I don't really have the time to sit down and watch through. Alright, not in here. This is where Nikolai is. Is it on this monitor? It is not. I can't see up there, so not that one either. Is that creaky thing supposed to be a hint that it's over there? No. That sounds like a Japanese visual novel. Watch your step. Excuse me. Alright, it's not here. I'm pretty stumped. I'm not sure where to look on this, and the time is starting to get on a little bit here. So as long as, let's see, where are we at now? Stream time, about 2:11. Yeah. So can you give me a hint as to which control panel I need to look at? As long as I've got the right idea, I am a-okay being given a lead on where the pixel hunt is for this. I see. Is there a particular control panel like monitor to look through that it specifies? Wait a minute, there we are. All right, 2044 8 something 3. All right, 2024 08 2044 08 something. Well, I was right in looking in the environment, so. Yes, thank you for writing that down.
System reset. Please enter the date.
I mean, there are only 3 possibilities.
Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels. Entry confirmed. Deploying solar panels.
There we go. Turn off my light. Or can I? Video disc. This trip with Dad. That's like a UMD. And that is probably my cue to save and call it for the night. Let's just in case I've used up a lot of battery wandering around there. Interesting. God, 5 months before the PSP. Holy cow. Time and memories, man. Oh, all right. Well, that gets us off to a pretty good start, I think. And we will pick back up with that on Wednesday of next week. Space Hamlet, Mahafoon, it's great to see y'all. And I hope you have a good night. And yeah, see you soon.